Hi, welcome to Free tutorial. Preparing for TET. One mark questions can decide your TET results. Now, let's practice the most important multiple choice questions and answers from Term 2, Unit 2 now. What is Ooty famous for? Beaches, hills and natural beauty, deserts, factories. Answer B. Hills and natural beauty. What did the students enjoy during the trip? Homework, shopping, scenic beauty, exams. Answer scenic beauty. Which activity is shown in the first picture? Cycling, swimming, boating, dancing. Boating. Why do people go for a picnic? For punishment, for relaxation and enjoyment, to study all day, to sleep. Answer for relaxation and enjoyment. What do educational trip teach students? Laziness, fighting, learning through experience, cooking. Answer learning through experience. Which season is pleasant in Ooty? Winter, rainy season, summer season, autumn. Answer summer season. What can students learn from trips? Discipline and teamwork, anger, fear, silence. Answer discipline and teamwork. What is the main idea of the lesson? A classroom test, the joy of an educational trip, a sports event, a market visit. Answer the joy of an educational trip. Name one outdoor activity from the picture. Reading, writing, boating, drawing. Answer boating. Why should we keep places clean during trips? To waste time, to protect the environment, to make noise, to avoid games. Answer to protect the environment. What feeling do trips give students? Sadness, fear, happiness and excitement, anger. Answer happiness and excitement. Where did the writer go on a trip? Chennai, Madurai, Ooty, Delhi. Answer Ooty. What did the grandmother tell about Ooty? About the market, about the beautiful toy train journey, about the schools, about the beaches. Answer about the beautiful toy train journey. What danced along the slopes? Cars and buses, birds and trees, houses and shops, clouds and roads. Answer birds and trees. Which train is mentioned in the lesson? Metro train, bullet train, toy train, passenger train. Answer toy train. What did the writer step into with friends? A bus, a car, the toy train, a boat, the toy train. Which place is close to Coimbatore? Ooty, Mumbai, Kolkata, Hyderabad. Answer Ooty. What is the second main theme of this section? A classroom lesson, a village festival, the excitement of a school trip to Ooty, a sports competition. Answer the excitement of a school trip to Ooty. Who come to the compartment? Ravi, Fatima, Kumar, Muthu. Answer Fatima. How did the train leave the station? Quickly and quietly, slowly with a long hoot, with loud music, very fast. Answer slowly with a long hoot. How did the train move up the hillside? Flying, rolling, snaking up the hillside, jumping. Answer snaking up the hillside. What were the tall trees doing? Falling down, standing still, swaying in the breeze, drying up. Answer swaying in the breeze. What does sniggered mean? Cried loudly, shouted angrily, laughed in a half-suppressed way, sang softly. Answer laughed in a half-suppressed way. What does snacking mean? Running fast, moving like a snake, climbing quickly, moving in circles. Answer moving like a snake. Who built the Nilgiri Mountain Railway? Indians, French, British, Portuguese. Answer C. British. In which year was the Nilgiri Mountain Railway built? 1947, 1908, 2005, 1857. Answer 1908. What is the another name of Nilgiri Mountain Railway? Metro train, bullet train, mountain train, express train. Answer mountain train. Which place does the train connect? Chennai to Madurai, Ooty and Chennai, Udagamandalam and Metupalayam, Coimbatore and Salem. Answer Udagamandalam and Metupalayam. How many tunnels does the train pass through? 10, 16, 25, 50. Answer 16. How many bridges are there on the routes? 100, 150, 250, 300. Answer 250. How long is the railway journey? 10 km, 15 km, 26 km, 40 km. Answer 26 km. Who declared the Nilgiri Mountain Railway as a World Heritage Extension? UNICEF, UNESCO, WHO, ISRO. Answer UNESCO. In which year did UNESCO make the declaration? 1999, 2000, 2005, 2010. Answer 2005. Which railway was extended as a World Heritage Site? Nilgiri Mountain Railway, Chennai Railway, Darjeeling Himalayan Railway, Konkan Railway. Answer Darjeeling Himalayan Railway. What is still retained in an attraction in the train? Electric engine, diesel coach, vintage steam locomotive, air-conditioned cabin. Answer: vintage steam locomotive. What type of curves does the train travel through? Straight curves, circular curves, serpentine curves, sharp angles. Answer: serpentine curves. What does serpentine curves mean? Straight roads, snake-like curves, broken path, railway bridges. Answer: snake-like curves. What is the main attraction of the Nilgiri Mountain Railway? Fast speed, scenic mountain journey, big stations, long platform. Answer: scenic mountain journey. What is the theme of the passage? City life, school games, beauty and heritage of the toy train journey, air travel. Answer: beauty and heritage of the toy train journey. Who was sitting on the track? A tiger, a monkey, a cute baby elephant, a deer. Answer: a cute baby elephant. What did the engine driver use to coax the baby elephant? Sugarcane, grass, a bunch of bananas, apples. Answer: a bunch of bananas. Who finally helped move the baby elephant? Ravi, Fatima, Muthu, the god. Answer: Muthu. How did Muthu move the baby elephant away from the track? By pushing it, by shouting loudly, by moving backwards while showing bananas, by pulling its tail. Answer: by moving backwards while showing bananas. How is the toy train different from the normal train? It flies in the air, it moves slowly through the mountains, it runs underwater, it has no engine. Answer: it moves slowly through the mountains. What sound of nature is mentioned in the lesson? Thunder, murmur of streams and waterfalls, traffic noise, drum beats. Answer: murmur of streams and waterfalls. What bird sound are mentioned in the passage? Loud cries, musical bird calls, harsh sound, whispers. Answer: musical bird calls. What does the word trumpeting refer to? Playing music, loud sound made by an elephant, singing softly, train whistle. Answer: loud sound made by an elephant. What does the word chugging mean in the lesson? Chugging. What does the word chugging mean in the lesson? Flying quickly, moving slowly with a repeated sound, jumping high, running silently. Answer: moving slowly with a repeated sound. Why was the baby elephant frightened? By rain, by darkness, by the crowd and dark sounds, and by food. Answer: by the crowd and sounds. What quality did Muthu show in the incident? Laziness, anger, presence of mind and courage, carelessness. Answer: presence of mind and courage. What does coax means? To punish, to pursue gently, to run fast, to hide. Answer: to pursue gently. What does murmur mean? Loud shouting, singing loudly, a low, continuous, indistinct sound, complete silence. Answer: a low, continuous, indistinct sound. Who is the poet of From a Railway Garage? William Wordsworth, Robert Louis Stevenson, Rabindranath Tagore, Sarojini Naidu. Answer: Robert Louis Stevenson. The poem describes the view from a bus, ship, railway garage, aeroplane. Answer: railway garage. Faster than fairies, faster than witches refers to the speed of the horse, train, wind, river. Answer: train. What fly as thick as driving rain? Birds, clouds, sides of the hill and plain, leaves. Answer: sides of the hill and plain. Which places whistle by the wink of an eye? Schools, painted stations, markets, villages. Answer: painted stations. What is the child gathering? Flowers, fruits, brambles, stones. Answer: brambles. Who stands and gazes in the poem? A farmer, a tramp, a teacher, a soldier. Answer: a tramp. What is lumping along with man and loud? A cart, a horse, a train, a boat, a cart. Which two things are mentioned together in the last stanza? Hill and plain, cart and loud, mill and river, child and tramp. Answer: mill and river. Each a glimpse and gone forever means the scenes stay for a long time, disappear quickly, or very beautiful, never move. Answer: disappear quickly. Who was Gulliver? A soldier, a sailor, a ship doctor, a king. Answer: a ship's doctor. Why did Gulliver take a job on the ship? To become rich, to go on a long voyage, to meet the king, to buy a horse, to go on a long voyage. What caused trouble during the voyage? Fire, heavy rain, violent storm, pirates. Answer: violent storm. What happened to the ship? It reached safely, it sank slowly, it hit a rock and broke up completely, pirates captured it. Answer: it hit a rock and broke up completely. How many crew members got into the small boat with Gulliver? 4, 5, 6, 7. Answer: 6. Why was Gulliver able to reach land safely? He used a raft. He was a good swimmer. Another ship rescued him. He wrote a life jacket. Answer: he was a good swimmer. How did the coast appear to Gulliver? Beautiful and crowded, strange and lonely, bright and cheerful, noisy and busy. Answer: strange and lonely. Why did Gulliver fall into a deep sleep? He was sick, he was hungry and exhausted, he was injured, he was afraid. Answer: he was hungry and exhausted. When Gulliver woke up, he found himself unable to speak, see, move, hear. Answer: move. What were Gulliver's arms and legs tied with? Chain, ropes, slender strings, iron rods. Answer: slender strings. What did Gulliver first see near his chin? A giant bird, a tiny human being, a horse, a soldier. Answer: a tiny human being. What weapons did the tiny man carry? Sword and shield, spear and knife, bow and arrow, gun and bullets. Answer: bow and arrow. What were the tiny creatures called? Dwarfs, giants, Lilliputians, elves. Answer: Lilliputians. Why did the Lilliputians shoot arrow at Gulliver? He attacked them. He tried to run away. He freed his left arm. He shouted loudly. Answer: he freed his left arm. What did the Lilliputians build beside Gulliver? A palace, a stage, a bridge, a tower. Answer: a stage. How did Gulliver ask for food and drink? By writing, by shouting, by gestures, by singing. Answer: by gestures. Why did Gulliver eat 3 loaves of bread at a time? He was very hungry. The loaves were tiny. He liked bread very much. He wanted to scare them. Answer: the loaves were tiny. Why did Gulliver fall asleep after eating? He was tired. He ate too much. His drink contained a sleeping draught. He was injured. Answer: his drink contained a sleeping draught. Where was Gulliver finally taken? To the forest, to the emperor's palace, to the seashore, to a cave. Answer: to the emperor's place. Which kingdom declared war on Lilliput? Brobdingnag, England. Blefuscu, France. Answer: Blefuscu. What did Gulliver use to tie the strips together? Chain, wire, long rope, cloth. Answer: long rope. How many ships did Gulliver tie together? 50, 75, 100, 200. Answer: 100. Which kingdom army became unable to fight? Lilliput, England. Blefuscu, France. Answer: Blefuscu. Why did the army of Blefuscu become giddy? Because of hunger, because Gulliver pulled the ships round and round, because of a storm, because they were injured. Answer: because Gulliver pulled the ships round and round. Who begged for peace between the two kingdoms? Gulliver, the emperor of Lilliput, the king of Blefuscu, the soldiers. Answer: the king of Blefuscu. How was Gulliver treated after helping Lilliput? As a prisoner, as a hero, as a servant, as a stranger. Answer: as a hero. Gulliver lived peacefully in Lilliput for many days, weeks, months, years. Answer: years. The war between the two kingdoms ended in peace. This statement is false, true, partially true, unknown. Answer: true. Who said, "Don't let down now"? Gulliver, we need your help. The king of Blefuscu, the emperor of Lilliput, a soldier, a sailor. Answer: the emperor of Lilliput. Gulliver entered the sea mainly to swim for fun, catch fish, drag the ships, escape from Lilliput. Answer: drag the ships. Next is simple grammar. Simple present and present progressive tense. Which sentence is in the simple present tense? She is singing now. Ravi goes to the school every day. They were playing cricket. I am writing a letter. Answer: Ravi goes to school every day. Which tense is used for actions happening now? Past tense, future tense, present progressive tense, simple present tense. Answer: present progressive tense. My grandfather is reading the newspaper now. Is in the simple present tense, present progressive tense, past tense, future tense. Answer: present progressive tense. Which sentence shows the habitual action? She is dancing now. They are eating lunch. Deepa waters the plant every morning. I am watching TV. Answer: Deepa waters the plants every morning. Choose the correct simple present tense. He is going to the school. He goes to school. He went to school. He going to school. Answer: he goes to school. The children are playing in the garden is an example of simple present tense, present progressive tense, past perfect tense, future tense. Answer: present progressive tense. Which sentence expresses a fact? I am reading a book. The baby is crying. Magnet attracts iron. She is cooking food. Answer: magnet attracts iron. Identify the present progressive sentence. I go to school regularly. Sandhya is writing a letter. A triangle has 3 sides. Ravi plays cricket. Answer: Sandhya is writing a letter. Which helping verb is commonly used in present progressive tense? Was, had, is, am, or did. Answer: is, am, or. I go to school regularly shows action happening now, habitual action, future plan, past actions. Answer: habitual action. Simple past and past progressive tense. That is simple past tense. Merlin dashed to Ooty last week. Goes, went, going, go. Answer: went. Shakespeare dashed the tempest. Write, written, wrote, writes. Answer: wrote. She boarded the train and dashed to her friends. Looks, looking, looked, look. Answer: looked. Simple past tense is used to show a dash action. Future, completed, continuous, repeated. Answer: completed action. Once there lived a farmer is an example of present tense, future tense, action in stories, command sentence. Answer: action in story. Progressive tense. When I entered the room, the telephone rings, rang, was ringing, ring. Answer: was ringing. Maladi was watering the plants. Tomorrow, all day, next day, every Sunday. All day. Arun was eating a lot of junk food those days. This shows future plan, past habit, command, present action. Answer: past habit. It was raining that day is an example of recalling the past, future tense, simple present instruction. Answer: a recalling the past. Past progressive sentence shows an action that dash in the past will happen, is happening, was continuing, never happened. Multiple choice questions and answers from term 2 unit 2 gets over. If you want more videos, like, share and subscribe Chem Free Tutorial. Thank you.